AM 970 WSTX.
I want to welcome you to WSTX, community-minded station, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you the mic and go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about your organization and what's going on, the good things that are going on here in St. Croix.
Good morning. I'm Pam Colon, and I'm here from AYSO, the American Youth Soccer Organization, and our own St. Croix YSO, our St. Croix Youth Soccer Association. I'm one of the board members.
Good morning. My name is Kim Hughes. I'm also a board member and a coach.
Fantastic. Talk about that organization. Tell us what you've been doing in our community.
Well, as I was listening to you this morning, I thought how true it is. Your words rang so true. It's all about what you do for your community, and this is a complete and total volunteer organization. Everybody involved, from the board members to the coaches to the referees to the people who do the concession stand, are volunteers. We even have youth volunteers from the ages of 15 to 18, and they also assist us in every single aspect of what we do. And primarily, our mission is to bring soccer to children from the age of about 3 or 3.5 up to the age of 18 here in the Virgin Islands.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right. So when you say to bring soccer here, tell me a little bit about the events that you've had and locations, attendance, what we can do in terms of getting the word out there to get even greater support.
Sure. So with AYSO, the main thing with our program is that we want to promote soccer as a lifestyle and as a choice for kids growing up. You learn about team building, you learn about sportsmanship, about being a member of the community. And we begin from age 3.5. So from a very early age, you can come out and you can learn to love the sport that we all love with our hearts. The World Cup is the biggest sporting event in the world every 4 years. But at our location, we take kids from age 3, that was called our kinder kickers, and they begin our program, and then our divisions go from the kinders. Then we have what's called the U5, the U6, the U8, which is our 7 to 8 years old, U10, U12, U15, and then U18. So we have divisions for all age groups growing up. So we've moved into our new location this year. It's right across from the Alfredo Andrews School. So in terms of landmarks, if you're by Chicken Shack or you're by the Kings Hill Post Office and you're heading north, like you're heading toward Glen, after you pass the post office, you're going to take that first left-hand turn, and then it's right on the corner. It's a building with a field, a big soccer field. That's our new location. So we were literally facing the school. So if you know where the school is, as you make that left, we're right there.
Okay.
That's our new location. As of this weekend is our first time actually using the facility. And we've been here for over 20 years, but we now have our own field that we've built over the past 10 years. Mm-hmm. Through volunteers and government, the block grant program and so forth, we have now have our own facility, and this year we began using it.
All right, fantastic. Coincidence, I was driving in that area last night, and there was somebody at the side of the road right where you're talking about.
Right.
There was somebody out there last night.
Yeah.
I passed you guys there. Yeah, I was on my way to a youth gathering, a church youth gathering that further down in Calcahoon. So that's how I happened to be passing in that area. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Just a interesting note. I used to play soccer as a fun sport type of thing here in Christiansted, and where you have what is now the housing community down there by the seaplane.
Yes.
All of that used to be just fill land, basically.
Water gut?
And water gut area. And we used to play soccer down there.
Okay.
But it was a rough soccer because we were our own referees. Sometimes people get a little bit too zealous in that sense. But nobody got hurt. It was a lot of fun in that context. And I'm happy to see a resurgence of soccer, not only international but actually reaching back into the community.
It's great. I have to tell you, I got involved with this organization when my son was 4.5. At that time, AYSO started at 4.5. He's now 17.5, so I've been doing this for 13 years. And originally it was mostly because my son wanted to play soccer, and at a 4.5-year-old, he had a lot of energy, and I was trying to get it burnt off someplace. So Saturday mornings was a good place to get that burnt off. But he and I both have been so enriched through this program, and it isn't just about soccer, but where soccer takes you. And the program itself, as the children get older, starting at about U10, we start taking them to tournaments, either in the mainland or as they get even older than that. We've been to the Dominican Republic, we've been to Puerto Rico, we've been to the Schwann USA Cup, which is in Blaine, Minnesota. It's the largest youth soccer tournament in the United States. And we're really excited because next summer we're trying to put together 2 teams to go to the Dana Cup, which is in Denmark. We've been invited, and we've been really encouraged to bring our teams out there. And right now we're just starting our season, but at the end of our season for our regular core program, we'll be choosing teams to bring out to Denmark, and hopefully we'll make it all the way there, because of course it isn't just about the soccer, it's also about the people you meet and the places you go and the experiences you have along the way.
And that's for next year or?
Next summer, next July.
Summer? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fantastic.
Just recently, in June, we took 4 teams to Puerto Rico. We took a U11, U13, U15, and a U17. So we took about 75 people to Puerto Rico to compete, and we won 3 divisions.
All right.
Of the 4. So our kids can compete. I'm a little biased because I'm a coach, so I think my kids are all awesome and great, and we can beat everybody.
Right.
You know,
right.
That's my mentality going in. What's this losing crap? I'm here to win, and I guess and have fun, and those things too. But our kids do very well. We give them structure, we give them guidance, we set them free, and they perform well. We can hold our heads up high. We go to what's called the Florida State Games. It takes place every January in Wellington, Florida. So we fly into West Palm Beach, we rent a car, drive 2 hours north, and we park up in a hotel for about 5 days. And for 3 years in a row, we won that tournament for the U12. So we beat every U12 team in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama for 3 years in a row. So our kids do very well. So we now want to take it to the next level. So we're going more to like inter-island club tournaments, and then next year we're going to Denmark.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw out a challenge to you, so to speak, in the process, because one of the things that I just find is happening over and over and over, and we have to turn it around, is that our young people are going out and doing great things. And to those who are immersed in it at the time, it's the world. But there's another part of the world out here where we really don't know. And we hear a little dribble here, a little dribble there. And I'm going to tell you, WSTX is a community-minded station. So whether you win or you don't win, always come back to us and let us know, please, so we can trumpet the achievements of these young people.
Thank you.
Because it really goes to ultimately the community support that comes back in the process also. The one thing I don't want to happen is, AYSO, who done that be?
Exactly.
Which happens a lot.
Exactly.
And
So,
I suppose that visibility of AYSO out there to the community, you say you're here for like 20 years. I haven't even known that myself.
well, and I understand. And I understand that. And it's one of the challenges that you have to overcome in the context of the consistency of community support. And also you look at soccer. Until the World Cup started catching on here in the news and being promoted here, soccer was one of those other sports that them there to play. Okay? And I say that, we're a baseball and basketball community in certain respects, and I'm saying that not believing that, folks, so don't say Doug Canton in for any other sports other than baseball and basketball. No, what I'm saying is that people don't know their history Like for instance, that cricket, one of the biggest moneymaker games, most followed from India to Asia to UK, was also a major sport in terms of the pastime here in the Virgin Islands.
True.
But with Americanization and then the politics of things that got involved, where we only built basketball courts and softball, baseball fields, that somehow these things got pushed into. That's what the people that play, and the people is us, and we have to get back to history. Same thing with soccer.
True.
Same thing with soccer. So to the extent that WSTX is a community-minded station, I'm saying always come back to us. When you go away, come back with results. Come bring the kids, have them talk about their experience. We want people to be plugged in because we want people to have ownership. When they have ownership, the support comes.
True, very true. And we really want to thank you. We so appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today, and we will be back.
All right. So you have a calendar of events in terms of what's upcoming, or?
This Saturday is our first registration day. This will be the August 12th.
Mm-hmm.
We have registration again the following Saturday, weather permitting. And then our first actual day on the field, which will be the evaluations of the teams, is September 12th. And uniforms will be distributed the next Saturday after that.
Okay.
Then we play every Saturday except for holidays and a few Saturdays where maybe the kids are on spring break. But we do have a full calendar at our website.
Yes.
Website.
Okay, so you can get a hold of, if you have any questions, you can email us, first and foremost, at ayso1383@gmail.com. And then our website is ayso1383.org.
Okay.
So with 1383 is on AYSO, it's a large organization, and our member number is 1383.
Okay, you
Right.
preempted me there.
Yeah, that's our region. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. We have Gmail. Okay, well, before you leave here, make sure you have my email because calendar information, that type of stuff, I want to make sure that you get that to me because as far as this show is concerned, if there's stuff coming up, I'm going to make sure that it's out there. And I want all the organizations out there to understand that if you have a calendar of events, you need to get it out there in a way that the station, WSTX in particular, can support the events. So we would like to have to take 15 minutes and talk about all these organizations that are having events. We'd love to be able to do that because we know that we'd have a more informed community and more involved community, and that's the goal, to make sure that the community knows and can go out and support. And I say that, our town, Frederickstead, in Frederickstead is an organization that I was involved in at one point in time, and we had that type of outreach, and then we've progressed since then. We now have Clean Sweep Frederickstead, which is a new organization that has used that community, what do you want to call it, grassroots communication, and moved on to the internet and the web and Facebook and the communications. But the bottom line is their success is based on letting the public know, and it's something that I'm proud to be involved in and glad to see how it's going. And all the other organizations, whether it's Rotary and getting the word out, or Boys and Girls Club and getting the word out, we've evolved from just the insular operation of the organization and word of mouth. We now have internet, we have email, we have radio forever. So folks, use radio forever. We're here to support the community. All right, good.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks
so
a lot.
Thank you.
I look forward to hearing more about the organization and the setting up of the I'm calling it leagues. Is that an appropriate word to use? The different sections. It's like having leagues with subgroups.
Our teams, yes.
Yeah.
We have our
Okay.
teams, yeah.
All right. So, are we going to see your teams and the other soccer teams that are established? We're going to see competition along those lines, or it's all
Yes, absolutely.
As a matter of fact, so we were in Puerto Rico in June. The teams we met over there that lost to us, they want to come over here now and play us in St. Croix. And we're like, come on over. So we're going to find the right date, November, December sometime, to have them come over here, and then we'll arrange some games and let you know all about it.
Fantastic. 'Cause that's what we want to see. Especially when since we're winning the way we're winning, bring them over here so we can see our folks kick butt. Not literally, kick ball.
There you go.
And then definitely open that gateway to more other islands coming in and saying, hey, we want to play too.
Absolutely.
Like Curaçao, ABC Islands, all those different nations that play so well out there and come abroad, let them come right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, one of the challenges that we face with that is the travel coordination, visa, all of this. We've got to figure out a way. We got to work with our delegate and the folks in Washington to somehow get a special designation for events where we could get a better flow of traffic locally. That's one of the big challenges in,
Right.
And
in getting
the visa
that done.
paperwork.
Yeah.
I'll definitely talk to her about that.
Yeah, no, you're right, because you want to make it easy for, especially, these are children.
Yeah.
And you want to make it easy for them to come and share their sport and share their culture with each other, because
Exactly.
it isn't just the soccer.
Exactly.
They learn how people live in different places. They learn how they practice. It's a really eye-opening experience for a child who's a soccer player and 10 years old to meet people from Japan or Brazil or Colombia.
Yeah.
Or England, and this is what our soccer players have been able to do in their competitive tournaments.
Fantastic. And we have the challenge. If you can get past the money side of it, you keep running into this wall.
Right.
And we've got to remove these walls. We've got to make it more possible for the Caribbean to be more homogenous in that context. Young people meeting young people. This is how the leaders of the future come about, how we influence each other's thinking in a way that's going to be a positive environment for everybody. Definitely. All right.
You know, after saying that, I'd like to also send a huge shout out to one of our sponsors, Seabourn. And they have helped us in traveling to Puerto Rico and other islands and making it really possible. So thank you to Seabourn for helping us travel and move freely about the Caribbean.
Fantastic. And in that context, always have your list of supporters like that, because you call out Seabourn.
Yes.
I'm sure somebody else will say, but we help too.
Let me find my list.
Yeah, no, but that's great. And I say that all our corporate support is out there to be harvested, and the fact that you reached out and they reached back to you it's fantastic. And whenever they do that, we like to see them get credit, because especially to the extent that sometimes some of these organizations might be EDC beneficiaries and so forth, and they're doing things in the community, and it may not be all that public knowledge about what they're doing. We've got to get the word out to make sure that we also set an example for others. Say, hey folks, support your community. Yeah. Okay, great. All right, well, I look forward to hearing more about AYSO and what you're doing as far as soccer competition, travel, achievements, experiences. Get some of those young people in here to talk about their experience, because out of the mouth of babes, that's the way I look at it. When they talk about it, the adults, we have our own perspective.
True.
But when
Right.
you hear those young people talking, you realize how it's really the pollination and the development that comes out
And
of it. You realize that
excitement.
it's not about adults and their hobby. It's about those young
Exactly.
people.
Oh, yes. Very true.
They
Very
make all
true.
the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
great, fantastic. So I look forward to you coming back, keeping us involved and keeping us updated, so we can go ahead and trumpet the exploits of our team as we go out there and kick ball.
Exactly.
All right, fantastic. Thank you much. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we had AYSO and soccer and more soccer. Between World Cup, between local competition, Puerto Rico, the other islands, soccer is growing, spreading, and our young people keep excelling. We got to do all we can to make sure that everybody knows about the Virgin Islands, we make our mark. All right, happy Thursday, fantastic, as we set the stage for the Thanking God for Friday.